Okay, so here I am. I've actually written some code. I did start to write this in Windows, but I just couldn't deal with the Windows environment, so I'm in Linux running .NET. So there you go, C Sharp. Just used Visual Studio Code, installed the .NET C Sharp environment, and away we went. So I'm just going to run through it and show you. This is the OurApi application. So this is an application I wrote that simulates APIs. You can build them really quickly. But just to show you, this is the API that's being served up right now. And the program I just wrote does some little things like list countries, which doesn't take any arguments. And that's the route for it. It's on the local host, port 8000. And we're hitting that, that function right there. What else have we got? We've got country info, so we could hit this URL here where we supply an argument, the country. So let's see how it runs anyway. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to run the program. So I've got this simple little menu where I can list all the countries, show the continent that a country's in. I'm just going to start using it. So if I say to show the continent of a country, and I say let's go with Brazil, you can see the continent that Brazil is part of is South America. But what's actually happened here, it's done a request to this server. And you can see on this side it was a GET request. This was the URL that was passed to it. That's the return port. And the variable was country with the value of Brazil. And this is the JSON string that was sent back. And of course I've grabbed that JSON string, grabbed out what I needed to be able to compile that sentence there. So I press enter to continue. Let's try showing a country's population. So I'll select 3. Let's go with Spain. Let's see what Spain's got. Population of Spain is that 46 million approximately. Again, that's the JSON that was returned. This was the URL. So these is talking back and forth over HTTP. So it doesn't matter that this is running on the same machine. It could be the same machine or on the other side of the world. It really doesn't matter. What else will we do? I guess we'll go list all the countries. There we go. Whoa, that's a massive amount of JSON sent back. Because not only was it sending the country names, but it's sending all the details. I didn't grab out all the details for every country. I just plucked out country, population, capital, and language. Just figured they were the stuff. That's the stuff we're interested in. And then finally, I'll just quit the program. So if we flip over to here, you can see I'm just printing out that menu every time. And this is our little program loop. But basically what I'm doing is I'm creating HTTP client, which, where did I put that? Class program. Oh, way back up here. Of course, it's an instance variable. So I've got a HTTP client. I've set the base URL, so I just have to add to that each time. So if I list countries, for instance, then I can get the client and do a GET request, GET string async from the full URL, which is the URL I got up top, plus I've added the extra argument on the end. When I get it back, I get it back as this horrendous data structure thingy here. Man, C# is so verbose. I could write all this in Python in a fraction amount of code. I'd have it written very quickly, not be sitting here late at night with a rum in front of me. But I'm sure the more C# I wrote, the quicker I'd get. But then I've gone ahead and written that out. So yeah, that's basically the code. You got to make classes to match the data that's in your JSON string. So yeah, it takes a lot more time than Python. Python, that just all happens dynamically. You just go do a get, pop it into some data structure, and then I'll just traverse that. You don't have to set it all up ahead of time. But anyway, enough going on about how awesome Python is. We're using C#, and that's what it is. So there, yeah, I ended up writing the thing, and it all works, and I'm pretty awesome. So yeah.